Okay. Turn that on so I get some more light. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm going to paint some creases today. All right, let's go. So, yeah, I'm going to paint some creases. Let's see if I can find this video. There we go. All right. I pull it up here so I can read comments when everybody comments. Right now, I don't think anyone's even in here yet. Nobody's in here yet. All right. Okay. We got the tablet up and running, and one person's in here, which is me. I'm the only one in here. Okay. I think, unless somebody else is in here. But yeah, so I'm going to do some creases. So you won't be able to see my face too much because we're going to just, yeah, we don't need zip ties, do we, guys? No, we don't need zip ties right now. Okay. I got my creases ones here. I've got some new paintbrushes. New paintbrushes I picked up. Let's see. Oh, plus I think one. Oh, I like that. That is a nice point to it. That's awesome. I really like that one. And then I got this packet too. Let's see what's in here. Okay. No. Garbage. Put that over here. Okay. Waiting for people to come. Only person in here is me. Let's see. I'll pull all these out. There we go. Oh, we got somebody in here. Say hello, whoever's here. Hello, so I can know that who I'm talking to. Ooh, new brushes. Ooh, I love new brushes. It's so exciting when you get new brushes. Unless they end up being not so great brushes, then you're like, oh, these were garbage. I shouldn't have bought them. Probably. These are all hard right now, but I'm sure they. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. That one's loosened up a bit. Ooh, I like that. Hopefully, once it gets wet, it go out as wide as it was going. This one here, ooh, I really like that. That is really neat. Nice and thin, really pointed. It's all hard right now, but soften it up a little. Ooh, I'm excited to use that one. Because, see, after a while, if you look at the end of this brush, there we go, it's starting to like curve and fray a little, and yeah. And like, where's the other one? This one here, it's gotten really bad. You can see at the end of it. Whoop, there we go. Maybe it'll it crooks on the end. It's like, ugh. Yeah, doesn't want to work properly. Okay, so add a bit. I have my creases mix in this little container. I'm just going to add some more thinner to make it a little thinner. Thinner to make it thinner. And I'm going to stir it up this one, I guess. So, make it thinner. Whoop. What am I supposed to do? All right. Thinner, thinner, thinner. Let's see. I'm working on creases on these 4 kits. Yep. And you know what's sad? These are the last 4 kits I have to even make. Okay, I don't need all these new brushes. We'll put them in here. In the brush cup. I'll leave that one out. Whoop. Hello. There we go. Leave that one out too. A couple brushes that I use for blending. Oh, I got one right there. Never mind. That one. Okay. Not blending, but when I just smooth it out a little. So, hope everyone had a good weekend. We had a busy weekend because we had our house on Friday went up for sale. So we had some showings. And today the photographer couldn't come right away. So we our son has a pretty good camera. One of those cameras on your cell phone that has the camera has like really like a really good camera. It can take the pictures of the moon up close. I don't know if anyone's seen those cameras advertised, but oh, look at that! I just about stuck her toe or his toe. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy yet. Almost stuck its toe into the paint. So yeah, I think you can see. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing down here. I know you can't see my face, but it's one or the other. You either see the painting or you see my face. And my face isn't that great to look at, so better to I'd rather look at the doll or what's being done than me. But yeah, so these are my last 4 kits that I have in my bin to make. I have a few kits left in my bin, but a few of them are for myself. Kits that I purchased to make for myself at some point, and of course I've been doing this now for 4 years, and I haven't made the babies, the ones that I bought for myself yet, of course. But these are my last 4. Yeah, like my very last 4. I do have 2 kits that are for giveaways for this channel at some point. Once I get them. Well, the one I wanted to do a special painting where you follow along from beginning to end in the painting process. So you can see kind of what happens in the painting process from step 1 right down to finishing the baby off. And yeah. We got there's a mark on this kit on the leg in a spot, so I'm going to turn it into a little boo-boo. A boo-boo. Ouchie. So looks like I'm the only one in here again. Nobody talked before. I just came in, saw what I was doing, said, I don't feel like watching that woman paint. Where is everybody? Need to get people on here so that I have someone to talk to. I guess maybe the notifications aren't going out very good today, or everybody's busy. Thought I'd give it a try, give it a go. See if I could catch anyone not busy. It doesn't look that way. Nobody comes in the next little bit, then I'll just try again another time for a live, but I'll just have a short video of me painting. Well, doing creases. everyone has had a good weekend. Not too much going on for most people, I'm sure. This time of year is kind of all muddy outside. Everything here is melting. Everything here is melting right now. We've had some warmer weather, which has been really nice. Really, really nice. Question is it going to stay? This is Canada after all. And we can get fooled where you think, oh, it's going to stay. It's going to be spring now. And then next thing you know, we get a blizzard. Psych. It's not summer or not spring. Get that out of your head. Fooled ya. That's the way it goes in Canada. At least in my part of Canada. Can't say for all parts of Canada because I've never lived in another province other than Ontario. It's the only province I've lived in. I've been out to I've been to Alberta a couple times, and I've been to Manitoba, and I've been to Saskatchewan and Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. Never been to the East Coast before. Never. But I hope to go at some point because my aunt moved to the East Coast, so I'll probably go out and visit her at some point. I was going to move to the East Coast because my son, his wife moved out there, and we thought, oh wow, we'll have family out there. Sure, let's go, because it's something we've never done, but my son and his wife are moving back, so I'm not going to move to the East Coast and leave and have none of my grandchildren around. So we decided not to go because he's coming back. So not much point going if you're not going to have any family there when you get there, because that wasn't what we wanted. So. Too far for family to visit very often, living that far away. It's like from where we live here in Ontario and where my kids live. It'd be a 19-hour drive for any of my kids to come and visit. So I know for a fact they would not visit very often. 19-hour drive or having to pay for a airplane. And as we all know, flying isn't always cheap, and it also is not always fun with a toddler. Oh, my stomach's making noise. Yeah. There we go. Some of them is done. And somebody has rejoined. Hello. I'm not sure who's here, but if you just say hello in the comments, I can say hi to you. So I'm just doing creases on this little tiny preemie foot. They're not that tiny, but they're smaller than a little bit. I'd say these are like not they could wear newborn clothes, but they'd be baggy on them. This one, and this one's the sleep one. This is who are you? Who are you, baby? This is a Harmony by Laura Lee Eagles, and the other one is Liberty. Liberty is awake and Harmony is asleep. So, yeah. This is so much fun. Creases are the tedious job. of all the reborning steps, in my opinion. Tedious, tedious. But they get doing the creases just adds so much realism to the kit. It really does. So, but you find little tiny creases here and there. And I don't do like you don't want to do all the creases. And something I learned from my painting teacher was, for instance, if you do creases on around the eyes on some kits, that just doing the creases and darkening the creases can actually cause the baby to look angry. So, for instance, if with this face, if I continue the line going downwards on the sides of, let me see if you can see what I'm doing here. If you make the lines darken going downwards, then the baby looks sadder. But if you can make it come upwards, sort of, you can actually make it look happier. It's really weird, but it works. It's I've noticed that it definitely does make the baby look different depending on which way you kind of do the creases to go. So kind of a neat effect. So yeah. So, nobody wants to talk today. I gotta do all the talking. Answer. It's so much easier when you can answer questions. But yeah, so we've been having fun with the yesterday. We got the whole family out of the house because we have our adult son living with us and our adult daughter and her fiance living with us. And they have a dog. So they told us to remove, any, when someone's coming for a viewing, remove any, in a sense, any evidence of pets, dogs, whatever. Well, I can't do anything about my bird because, like, my bird can't go outside. It's winter. Can't risk taking her out and her getting cold. And, especially with, you might have to go out, come home, go out, come home. Oh, going on. Yeah, but, yeah, you go out and home and out and home, like some days it happens that way. And that's just too much movement for the bird and too much. Yeah, it's just too much on the bird. She can't handle that. So I said to the real estate agent, "Oh, it's all right, but the bird has to stay in the house because we can't take her out every time we go out. It would just upset her." And he's like, "No, that's all right." So she's not going out of the house, but we take the dogs. My daughter has a dog downstairs, and so we have to bring up their kennels, and because my dog sleeps in a kennel at night. Sometimes he lays in his kennel during the day, but usually he doesn't go into his kennel much during the daytime. He mostly sits in my husband's recliner during the day. But yeah, his kennel, we have to drag it out to the car, put it in the car, and bring it back when we come back. It's a real pain in the butt. But for all the showings, at least I don't have to move the bird. That would have not been fun if I had to move the bird. You hear her out there singing her little heart out. She's a singing. Okay, so we started only 19 minutes ago, so that's not too bad. People will start coming in maybe. There. All right, so we got the creases done on one leg. And I'm going to add a little more. goodness for that spot when I'm trying to make a cut. Let's see if I have this creases mix here. I'm just going to take a tiny little. It's got no. This one has no thinner or anything, so it's a little bit thicker. Down. So there was a little mark on the kit that I couldn't get off on the knee here. So because I couldn't get it off, I'm just going to make it into like a little boo-boo. So it looks like the baby has a little cut. Like, all right. Like that. Occasionally you'll get a kit that has a little flaw like that. There's not much you can do about it. You can send it back, and McPherson's, they'll send you a new kit. No problem. No questions asked. They'll send you a new kit. They're really great that way. But sometimes it's just like, you know what? I'll just make it into a cut, or, I'll just change it. So, sometimes that's just easier and quicker to do than anything else. We're going to try this new brush. The new brush, I'm going to try it on these tiny little creases. Sometimes you think you can get a good brush, and then find out, oh, it's not such a great brush. My bird is making a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's screaming. John's out there playing video games. I guess she doesn't like it. He's not paying attention to her. Like, you're in the same room with me. You're in the same room with me, but you're not paying attention to me, Dad. She's got to scream. Just close the curtain in the kid's living room. Now the bird's quieter. Curtain gives a bit of a glare on the television, so he's trying to play his video games. And he's playing old school video games. He's playing a PS2. I don't think most people even have them anymore. John does, and he doesn't play very often on the video games, but once in a while he'll go on a little gaming binge. And since we've been doing so much to get this house listed for sale, he hasn't been working, but this is his off time of year because he's a painter, and painters don't paint during the winter. Well, they do interiors during the winter, but he didn't book any interiors this year. He had interiors right up until January was his last interior. And finished. So he did have interiors, but they all finished. Usually he's pretty quiet between now and May when he goes back to work, like when the out exteriors can be finally worked on. already got one exterior bush that he's gonna have to come back to do after we've moved. But it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's our real estate agent's house. He's doing that. He did the interior this winter of our real estate agent's house, and now he's doing gonna be doing the exterior. So that's pretty neat. Giving this little baby some creases. It's intricate, the intricate part, and the slow part. Very slow and tedious. But it's amazing how much detail just to see a few, some simple creasing can do for a kit. It's amazing. Yep. These are the last 4 babies. Last 4 kits I have to paint. Whoop. I do have, like I said, a few kits that are for myself that I'm going to paint for myself at some point that I still have. But I have no more kits for babies that I was planning to sell. And anyone deciding to get into reborning, a simple suggestion or tip I can give you: when you're buying kits to reborn, buy kits that you like. And the reason I say that is because if you can't sell them by any reason, I'm not saying because you're a bad artist or anything, but there's times where you don't sell a doll right away. And the way I look at it is, if I can't sell it, it kind of joins into my collection, right? And if it's joining into my collection, I'd like it to be a kit that I like. Now, there is a downfall to that at the same time. The downfall is you could paint something, you paint it because you paint it to sell it, and then you like it so much when you're done, you don't want to sell it. So that is the one downfall to what I'm saying. But in case you get stuck with a doll that you can't seem to sell, at least you should like it enough to want to keep it in your collection, so then you don't mind if it doesn't sell as much. Then it doesn't bother you that it doesn't sell as much, So yeah, that's why I say buy kits if you ever start reborning, and you were thinking of selling dolls. Buy kits, like I said, that you really like and that you wouldn't mind having in your collection. That way you can, you don't feel like you've wasted your money and you're just holding on to a doll that you don't like, So that's my suggestion. I see somebody has come in. I don't know who. Hello, whoever. Say hi in the comments if you want. You can comment or you can just watch. We're just working on, there's no we, me. I'm working on some creases on. This is the Harmony kit by Laura Lee Eagles. Done this kit. I've done both Harmony and Liberty. I think I've done them both. Pretty sure I did them both already once. They're just little preemie babies. These 2 will be available at the doll show in London. And if they don't sell at the doll show, they will be available after the doll show's over, which is April 4th is the doll show. They will be available after the doll show on my Facebook page. Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborn, same as here, but it's on Facebook. And then I also have a group on Facebook as well where you can share your dolls. You can share, you crochet baby clothes or you sew baby clothes and you want to put them like up for people that do reborns. You can put them on my Tammy's. It's a group called Tammy's Tiny Tots 2 TWO. And if you go there, you can share anything you make: passy clips, hair bows, hair barrettes, hair headbands, clothes. If you have baby clothes you want to sell, go right ahead and sell them there. If you want to post a doll that you are, you're trying to sell from your collection, you're more than welcome to put them there. I just ask that you put on a safety photo so people know you're legit and that you have the doll. And yeah, it's somewhere for you to share your own personal collection babies. If you want to share something cute you just bought and dressed them in, go ahead, take a picture and post it there. We don't mind. Everybody loves seeing the stuff. There's one lady that she makes the most beautiful crocheted baby clothes, and she's been posting on that page for quite a while now. So if you're interested in crocheted baby clothes, come over and check it out because she's always posting new stuff here and there. So, really friendly lady too, easy to work with. Oh, I hear my dog moaning, which is not good. My husband's so into his video game, he hasn't noticed that the dog wandered off. You can hear his feet clicking on the floor. We don't want him wandering off because he's getting elderly and he might tinkle where he shouldn't tinkle. And I have my house all staged and ready to go out if we have to go because someone wants to come see it. I really don't want to run around and clean up doggy puddles. I think I'm going to have to go tell him to lay down, go back and lay down. I think so. Ducky, you go lay down. At least close my door so he can't go in my bedroom. He's being a brat. Yeah, he has some minor health issues, so I just have to keep a close eye on him, make sure he's not doing stuff he shouldn't do. It's so hard when you're trying to keep your house like perfectly clean. The funniest was John. He comes into the house and he's like, "Wow, the house has like been staying so perfect and clean. Like, I'm glad that the kids are, cleaning up after themselves." I looked at him and I said, "No, they're not." And he's like, "What?" I said, "No, they're not." I said, "Like, you think there's some magic fairy floating around this house that keeps the house clean?" Guess what? You're wrong. The magic fairy is me. I'm the magic fairy. There ain't nobody else is cleaning up. You're just not in the house because he's out doing things out in the in our side porch. A couple days he was working on his car because the car was doing something weird. So he wasn't in the house seeing me, puddling around and doing all this cleaning and stuff. And when he come in, the house finally. When he'd come in the house finally, I'd be done all the cleaning and I'd be sitting down or doing something like, in here working or whatever. So he just assumes that, oh, must have been working all day. Well, wasn't. I was only working for like 20 minutes when he finally came in. But he just doesn't see me doing the work, so he's like, oh, it just magically gets done. I'm like, there's no magic fairies here, buddy. That's me. I'm the magic fairy that's keeping your house clean. That's why I haven't been able to get in here and reborn. And I said to him yesterday, I said, because today we had professional photos because she couldn't make it all this week. Our house has been listed with photos my son took on his cell phone. And they turned out nice, but the real estate agent, we're paying to have photos professionally done, so she was finally available. She was booked up and busy. So because she was so booked up and busy, we couldn't get her here right away. So she came today, and I said to John, as soon as she goes and she's done taking the pictures, we don't have any viewings scheduled for today. We have one for tomorrow, but not today. So I said to him, as soon as she leaves from paint, and she's done in my studio, I'm going to work. I need to work. This is crazy. I can't keep waiting and waiting to work because I need to get these babies painted. I'm about halfway with the painting. When I get to the creases, I'm about approximately halfway with the crease when I get to the creases. So I do the creases and the veining at the same time, and then they go, because you don't want to overbake your kits. So I do the creases and the veining kind of at the same time, and then I bake it. That way the baby's not being baked for the creases, then baked for the veining, because they're pretty. The veining doesn't affect the creases doesn't affect the veining, so you can do both steps at the same time. So yeah, I was like, I need to get in there and work. He's like, yeah. But I've been so busy cleaning every day, wiping this down, scrubbing that down, getting everything perfect for people to come through and for photos and for all that wonderful stuff. It's been challenging. And my best friend she's selling her house right now too. So we're both going through this stuff together so we can vent to each other about everything and what we're like, this happened today, that happened, and we can vent to each other about it. It's kind of neat. It's not often you and your best friend are going through very much similar things with each other. Hello, Jennifer. I'm good. I'm just doing some creases. I thought I would do them live, and it took half an hour for anybody to talk to me. Thank you for talking to me. I've had a few other people watching, but they're just watching. They're probably busy doing something too while they're watching. But nobody was talking to me. But yeah, I'm doing good other than, trying to sell our house. Oh, that ear is cute. Cute ears. So, getting these babies ready for the doll show coming up in April. So I haven't told anybody yet something I did the other day. So I was thinking about my Grinch is packed away for the move. And I don't know, maybe I'm missing my little Grinch. I don't know. I love the Grinch and I love Yoda. They're my two things that I collect stuff of. And I just love the Grinch and I love Baby Yoda or regular Yoda too. Like I literally, my son-in-law got me or gave me, he was a big Yoda that you click a lightsaber into his hand, and when you turn him on, he talks. And it was so funny because John was on the phone with the real estate agent, and Yoda was standing there. He's packed now, otherwise I'd show you him. But Yoda's standing there, and John goes, on the phone, on his phone, he goes, "I have a question." And Yoda all of a sudden spins around because he turns like 360 and swings his lightsaber and stuff, and he turns around. He goes, "Question you have, answer I will give." And I started laughing, so I had to go turn him off because John's trying to have a serious conversation on the phone, and Yoda's like answering him back. And um, if you say, I think you say something about the Force, he'll say something about the Force. And if you say something about the dark side, he'll talk about the dark side, which is kind of neat. But yeah, he was. If you say, all you have to say is the word question, and then he's like, "Question you have, answer I will give." It's like so funny. Jennifer says, "New reborn doll, Ashton Drake doll collection, amazing. Doll my birthday last weekend." Oh, you got one for your birthday? That's awesome. My birthday's like right at the doll show time. Well, mine's like 11 days after the doll show's over is my birthday. Doll show's actually the day before John's birthday this year. And the worst thing is he might have to come and help me with the doll show this year because um, my usual helper and my sweet Cassie, she's one of my best friends. She's more like a daughter, actually. We've kind of, even my kids have kind of adopted her as a sibling. It's funny. Um, like my grandkids call her Aunt Cassie. So my kids have kind of just adopted her into our family. All my kids, even the ones that don't live here, know Cassie and have met her and stuff. So it's kind of funny. But Cassie's normally my helper. But Cassie has to have surgery. Unfortunately, her surgery date that was scheduled is right around the doll show time. And so she won't be like healed enough to come. She'll be recovering. So, which is a bummer. Because I love having her with me at the doll show. But it's either John or if we're traveling from our new house to here, then it'll have to be John. If we're still living here, I could probably get my daughter that lives at home to come with me and give me a hand because I need somebody to, watch the table so I can make a video for YouTube, watch the table so I can go to the bathroom. Just simple things. I mean, I know I could get my friend Lana's daughter to watch my table long enough for me to go to the bathroom real quick. But I vape, so I would need to go outside once in a while to vape. I'm doing good, Jennifer. I'm feeling pretty good. Other than the stress of selling our house, that has been a little bit a bit much lately. But other than that, I'm doing really good. Life is reasonably good. My husband thinks we have fairies in our house that magically clean it while he's out doing stuff outside. I wish we had fairies in our house. We don't. So now he was emptying the dishwasher today, this morning, or this mid-afternoon. He was emptying the dishwasher. And he says, "I guess I'm a wizard." I said, "Why are you a wizard?" He goes, "Because I'm not a fairy. I'm a guy. I said, well, fairies are guys or girls. You can be a fairy. He's like, no, I'm a wizard. And then so he's the wizard that's cleaning the kitchen. Yeah, so now I make jokes about there not being fairies in the house. It was just funny. He's like, this house is staying so nice and clean. Yeah, I know. That's because I'm cleaning nonstop every day. That's why it's staying clean. Because I'm running behind everybody, wiping everything up after they used it. No magical fairies here. Sorry to tell ya. I am the magical fairy. Sad thing is, you'd think I never. Oh, I don't know what you're gonna be, a boy or girl yet. The funny thing is that you'd think I never cleaned or something. The way he was like the way he was commenting. Meanwhile, I clean every day. He's just noticing it now because the house is less. I guess you could say cluttered because everything, we've got everything packed away more. Like there's less out now than before. Before, we had our personal stuff everywhere. Now there's no real personal stuff. You gotta, well, I mean, this room's the only room that had any sort of personally stuff. Jennifer's there. New Reborn Levi toddlers. My collection too today. Oh. I ordered a new Grinch. I did. I didn't finish that story. I toddled off on something else. I ordered a new Grinch from the same artist that made my first Grinch, Martha May. But this time I wanted to get a Grinch that has its eyes open, and I wanted it to be a little bit of a bigger baby so that it could hold my little Grinch or hold on to little Cindy Lou Who that I purchased. So, yeah, that's what I wanted, was a baby that could literally sit up and hold on to the Grinch or the little Cindy Lou. So I messaged the girl that made my first Grinch and said, would you be interested in doing, and how much would you charge me? Hi, Tammy, my birthday. Have my wife do Reborn doll. That's awesome to get a new doll for your birthday. I like Ashton Drake dolls. They're nice. I have one Paradise Galleries doll, and that's my Grinch. And then I have my granddaughter's doll that's Paradise Galleries that I purchased, which was Rachel with her lamb Ramsey. And yeah, my granddaughter, they're both in Rachel's in here right now in my studio because my granddaughter, she loves to play with Rachel, and she has a tiny 15-inch silicone. No, not a chance. She has a 15-inch Reborn that I made her when I first bought her Rachel. She was only 2, and she had trouble carrying Rachel because she's quite heavy. So she was having difficulty carrying Rachel around. And I had made these 2 little 15-inch, they're from a set of quads that McPherson's kits that McPherson sells. And so I had made this set of quads, and like 2 out of the set of quads, little an awake one and then the asleep one, which Carl is asleep, or Carla. The doll changes its gender whenever Elena wants. And so right now it's Carla. We went and bought girl clothes the other day for her baby. But yeah, her dolls are in my studio space because she likes to play with them, and we packed away a lot of toys for a while. We're got the house staged, so she only has Carl and Rachel to play with right now. Unfortunately, all her other toys are put away. Not that she seems to care. We left out certain things, like she's got the fridge magnet, the toy thing that teaches her alphabets and stuff, and she's got some books and puzzles, and she's got books, she's got puzzles, and she's got Carl and Rachel she plays with. She asks me to babysit all the time. It's kind of cute. Grandma, can you babysit my baby for me, please? And off she goes. She pretends she's going to work, and then I get the baby. And then she comes back from work. Well, how was she? Was she good today? Yeah, she likes to play imaginary game that she's going to work and stuff. Thank you. Yeah. That's awesome, Jennifer. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a good birthday. My birthday's just after the doll show. John's birthday's the day after the doll show. Imagine him having to spend the weekend of his birthday, basically, at a doll show, helping his wife because she couldn't get anybody else to help. Alrighty. I think your blushing's done there, baby. Not blushing, creasing on your face. Not your blushing. I'm gonna put a little tiny bit. This baby's got a little indent on the top of its head. I'm just gonna put a little bit of there. Let's give it a little highlight. Turn the kit certain ways and see a little line. Darker. Oh gosh. Oh well. Figure it out. some reason. It's really darker ones, but I don't know why. Barely put any paint there. So weird. Oh well. That'll fade out once I put some skin tone on. All right. All right. Well, there we go. I think I am going to stop here for a little bit. I only have 2 limbs left on that baby, and that took me 55 minutes to do 2 limbs and a head. It's a slow process, but it looks good. And it looks good when you're done. It's just a slow process to get there. Yeah. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I don't want to go much longer because it will it will be too long to watch back later if somebody wants to watch it back. I will probably go live again because I kind of enjoyed painting while I was live. It kept me on track. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and a very happy birthday to you, Jennifer, again. I hope you had a wonderful birthday, and you get everything that you hoped for your birthday. So hit that like if you liked this video, hit that dislike if you didn't, and don't forget, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And everybody, stay safe and smile, and share a smile with a friend. Bye-bye. Once I can figure out how to get out of here. Let's turn this off so I can see. There we go. Okay, no idea. How do I turn it off? Bye.